All right, today we're taking a look at a very special iPhone, something special edition. This is the iPhone SE, first generation, and even in 2026, this phone still holds a very unique place in Apple's history. At first glance, it honestly looks like an iPhone 5S. Same size, same shape, same familiar design. But once you start using it, you quickly realize this is not just a 5S. The iPhone SE first gen was released in 2016, and Apple made it for people who love small phones but still wanted strong performance. And honestly, Apple has never really made anything like this again. Now, let's start with the design. This is classic Apple. A 4-inch display, aluminum body, flat sides, and a physical home button with Touch ID. It feels light, compact, and very comfortable in the hand even today. In 2026, when phones are huge, using something this small actually feels refreshing. One-handed use is easy, it fits perfectly in your pocket, and it doesn't feel overwhelming. This phone reminds you of a time when iPhones were simple and focused, and honestly, that's something a lot of people still miss. Now, the display is still a 4-inch IPS LCD, and yes, it's small by today's standards. There's no OLED, no high refresh rate, and brightness is just okay. But for basic use texts, browsing, short videos, it still looks fine. Text is sharp, colors are natural, and it's easy on the eyes. You won't be blown away, but it does exactly what it needs to do. This is where the iPhone SE really shines compared to the iPhone 5S. Inside, you get the Apple A9 chip, the same chip used in the iPhone 6S, and even in 2026, you can still feel that extra power. Apps open faster, scrolling feels smoother, and the phone just feels more responsive overall. For daily use, such as messages, calls, music, light, social media, it still feels stable and reliable. It's not fast by modern standards, but it also doesn't feel frustrating. It just quietly works. Now let's talk about the camera. I took the iPhone SE outside and captured some photos during the day, and honestly, in good lighting, the results are still decent. The 12 megapixel rear camera produces natural colors, decent detail, and photos that don't look overly processed. Focus is fast, and the shutter response feels quick. As long as there's enough sunlight, the camera still performs pretty well. After that, I switched to video recording. The iPhone SE can record up to 4K video, and honestly, that's still impressive for a phone released in 2016. I recorded a few clips while walking, and the video looks stable, sharp, and natural in daylight. Now let's talk about gaming, because this part honestly surprised me. I started with Subway Surfers, and it ran really smoothly. Animations were clean, swipes were responsive, and the gameplay felt stable. No major lag, no stutters, just smooth gameplay. Then I pushed it a bit harder and tried Mobile Legends, which is definitely more demanding. On lower to medium settings, the game was actually playable. There were some frame drops during intense team fights, but overall, it was still smooth enough to enjoy. For a phone this small and this old, that's honestly impressive. Lastly, I tried a simple arcade game called Helix Jump Ball, and that one ran perfectly fine. Smooth animations, accurate touch response, and no issues at all. Games like this feel right at home on a small screen like the iPhone SE. So overall, this isn't a gaming phone in 2026, but for casual games and even some more hardcore titles on lower settings, it still holds up surprisingly well. Battery life is okay. With light use, you can get through most of the day. With heavier use, gaming, camera, mobile data, you'll definitely need to charge earlier. Still, compared to the iPhone 5S, efficiency here is noticeably better. Now let's talk about software, because this is still an important part of using the iPhone SE first generation. Right now, this iPhone SE is currently running iOS 15.8.5, which is still very stable and usable for everyday tasks. Basic apps open fine, system animations are smooth enough, and overall, the phone feels reliable for light daily use. But just this week, Apple released a new update, iOS 15.8.6. This update is mainly focused on security fixes and system stability, not new features. So while it doesn't change how the phone looks or feels, it's still an important update to keep the device secure. This also shows that even though the iPhone SE first gen is long past its major update cycle, Apple is still supporting it with security updates, which is honestly impressive for a phone released back in 2016. So while this phone won't be getting any new iOS versions moving forward, being on iOS 15.8.5 with iOS 15.8.6 now available means the iPhone SE is still usable, stable, and supported in 2026. Does the iPhone SE first generation still make sense? As a main phone for everyone? Probably not. But as a small phone, a nostalgic Apple device, or even a simple daily phone for light use, it still has value. This iPhone represents a time when Apple focused on power without making phones bigger. And honestly, that's something we don't really get anymore. If you love compact phones, classic Apple design, and a bit of nostalgia, the iPhone SE first gen is still something special. And yeah, that pretty much wraps up my full experience with the iPhone SE first generation here in 2026. If you have any thoughts, questions, or if this was actually your first iPhone, feel free to drop a comment down below. I'd really love to read your experiences. If this video helped you out or you enjoyed the nostalgic Apple vibe, don't forget to hit the like button, and of course, consider subscribing for more classic and vintage iPhone content. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll catch you in the next video.